Hey guys, welcome back to my Heather Let's Chat channel. You may notice that I am in a completely different setting. This is not my new room in my new house. This is actually my hotel room here in Louisiana. If you guys follow me on social media, any of you, if it's Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, you'll know that I have been traveling for work. So I've been in Louisiana for the last, what, 4 days now? Anywho, that's not what this video is about. This video is actually going to be my second part of my relationships video because I figured, okay, I really wanted to film a video for you guys, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do like hair and makeup because I'm not gonna pack like a bunch of crap with me when I'm traveling, but it would totally make sense for me to just like be able to do like a talking video. So without further ado, first question, is it healthy to always be together 24/7 or is clinginess bad? Okay, I am that person who has to have that personal space in the relationship. I cannot be with somebody 24/7 and not do anything else. Like I can't not spend time with my friends by myself, or I can't not just have alone time, you know, be in another room by myself doing whatever I'm doing, homework, working, whatever it is I'm doing. I cannot not have that. Like I will seriously go crazy. Do I think it's healthy? I mean, that's again totally personal preference. I think that it's healthy for everybody to have their own space, but I mean, if you're a clingy person and you like to be with the person that you're with 24/7, by all means do that if it makes you happy. I personally couldn't do it. Next question. Can you tell that your boyfriend is cheating or lying? I think that really depends on how good of a liar they are, or how good you are at reading them. It's totally up to you and how good you are at reading the situation and reading the person that you're dating, and it's also kind of more them, like how good of a liar are they, because some people are really good at lying. Like for instance, I am not good at lying. I am probably one of the worst liars in the world. Like I couldn't get away with anything, honestly. Like I could try to lie to you and then I would just get like caught up and then it would just be bad. Next question, what if he cheats or lies to you? What do you do? Well, okay. If he cheats on you, that's totally your call. I personally would be like, peace out, bye, because I've learned my lesson from the relationships that I've been in. I basically learned that I don't ever want to have to deal with that, because me obviously cheating on somebody really helped me learn, you know, just like how bad you feel about it, and like how you're just kind of like, okay, this is obviously not the relationship that I want to be in, so what am I doing? If they lie to you, I mean, that's again totally up to, in any relationship, you obviously don't want to be lied to, and you don't want to be lying to the person that you're with, because trust and, you know, honesty and all that goes a long way in a relationship. And if the person's not willing to be, you know, honest with you, then what is the point of being with them? That's just kind of how I look at it. My boyfriend thinks kissing isn't cheating. What is your opinion on that? In my personal opinion, to me, I think kissing is cheating. I mean, that's what I did when I cheated on a boyfriend that I had. I kissed another guy and I felt like scum, and I was like, yeah, that's totally cheating. Like, let me try to lie about this, right? And I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be a peck, or you could be like making out with somebody. I don't know, but like cheating is cheating. I think kissing is cheating, and I've kissed somebody while I was dating somebody else and I felt like shit. So yeah, totally cheating. How do you know when to leave him? Well, mostly I would say it depends on the relationship that you guys have. If it is an unhealthy relationship, then definitely do what you need to do and get the hell out of there, because nobody deserves to be in a relationship that makes them not feel good about themselves, or a relationship where they're physically or mentally or emotionally being abused. And again, if somebody is constantly lying to you about anything, like just always lying, like what is the point of being with somebody who's always gonna lie to you? You know what I mean? Like it's just not worth it. Like you are obviously worth so much more than that, so like why would you want to stay with somebody like that? How do you start a relationship? Friends first or just jump in? Again, this is totally personal preference. In my opinion, I would definitely want to be friends first, because I found that that usually works out better than just being like, yeah, let's totally date and not know anything about each other, you know? It's always good to establish that relationship with somebody that's more of like a friendship first, because they're able to kind of find like common interests. You're able to, you know, obviously know what the person likes, what they don't like, what you don't like. All those kinds of things are good to find out when you are trying to start a relationship. So when should anniversary presents start or end? Is 2 months, or do you wait until you hit like a year? Okay, so I'm probably like I don't know, I'm weird about this question, because it's like, when I was younger and I was like in that relationship with like the first guy that I ever dated, I used to like give him like stupid little gifts, like, I don't know, like happy 6 months, here's a card, or like, let me make a stupid video for you that's like happy 11 months, I love you, you know, like stupid things like that. But nowadays I probably wouldn't really be doing that. I mean, like in my relationship now, like obviously Matthew and I are like, oh, we've been dating for like 9 months, that's great, but we're not like happy 9 months, baby, like oh my god, let's give gifts, you know, so cool. I think like that just kind of goes with age. Like, I don't know, maybe you do it later, like I don't know. To me, I think I would totally wait for anniversary gifts to be like maybe after the 1st year mark, because it's like, we've been dating for 2 months, here's a freaking ring, like no, that's freaking weird, right? I don't know, that's just my opinion. Do you think that people go for looks or personalities or something else? I don't really know, everybody's different, but I would say that I actually go for personalities more so than looks, because I really like to know what kind of person it is I'm dating. I want somebody who's genuine. I want somebody who's sweet, who is funny, especially funny. Like, I'm probably a super weird person. I have like I'm not even probably, I am a weird person, and I have like the weirdest humor, and I'm kind of like gross, like I don't know, I burp really loud. I probably have never told you guys this, but I burp like super loud. And so like, if I'm like dating a dude who can't handle all that, it's like, what are you doing with me? Because I need somebody who's like probably as weird as me, or if not a little more weird. So I definitely go for personalities before I go for looks. Obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna date somebody that I don't find at least a little bit attractive, but I'm not like looking for like, oh my god, here's Mr. Gorgeous, like why? The beauties of working in an IT field, right? Like, you always get support calls. Yeah, that's life. So I was basically talking about personalities and looks and blah blah blah. Like I was saying, obviously I would never date somebody that I didn't find at least a little bit attractive. It's just like, the looks aren't the only thing I go for. I actually really am attracted to like the brain. I really like when a person has some kind of smarts, some kind of intelligence. Like, tell me about something, help me have mind stimulating conversations. Like, I need that. I think that that's what's important for me, because I need to know that you and I can carry on a conversation. I need to know that you care about other things, and you know, you have some kind of goals in life, and I just really need to know about what kind of a person you are, because I need to know that you are able to laugh at my stupid jokes, or that you can handle how extremely weird I am, or I just need to know that like you're genuine. I really love genuine people. Like, that's what I like the most about Matthew. Like, he's an extremely genuine human being, and I think that's freaking awesome. So anyways, next question, before I just like keep going on and on about something. If he wants to have sex in the relationship but you aren't ready, how do you say it? I think that that is a very common question that I used to get, especially in high school. People would always ask me, and I would just be like, I don't know what to tell them, because it's totally your it's your choice. First of all, remember that it is your choice. Nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do, and if they're trying to make you do something you don't want to do and pressuring you into doing it, then maybe they're not the right person for you. Just kind of throwing that out there, because you know, you don't want to feel pressured into having to do anything. You don't want to feel pressured into like having to have sex with somebody, because that's what love is, right? That's what it is. That's not what it is. I just think that it is very important for people to understand that you don't have to do this just because they're telling you, oh, it's gonna make us closer, oh, like you don't love me if you don't do this, right? Because that's totally untrue, because obviously you can love somebody and not want to do those kinds of things yet, because you for yourself don't feel ready, or you don't feel comfortable. So it's always important that you basically just tell them in the most honest way possible, like, I'm not ready for this, you know, and if you respected me, you would respect me enough to know that, you know, we don't have to do this at this present time. So this one is actually a very sensitive topic for me, and not because I've gone through any of this personally, it's just I know people who have gone through things like this. So it says, what if you get abused in your relationship but don't want to say anything about it because you're scared? What is your advice on that? And basically, the only advice that I can give you is the same advice that I give to the people that I know that have gone through something like this. And it's that you need to find a safe place for you. And if that is, you know, completely getting out of this relationship and going to go stay with a friend or with family for a couple days, you probably need to do it. You have to do what is right for you, what's going to make you feel safe, what's going to make you feel, you know, okay and happy. And I know that it's so hard to get out of these kinds of relationships. I know that it's hard for people to look behind all of the craziness and behind all of the badness and see that there is some goodness right at the outside of all of this. And again, like I say, I speak from basically the same thing that I tell the people that I know that have gone through this. It's like, do you want to be unhappy for the rest of your life? And I understand that you're scared, and I understand that in these kinds of relationships people threaten you, and that stuff happens, and it's scary, and it's not fun by any means, and you feel so trapped and so alone. And even when so many people are willing to put out their hands for you, you still feel like you can't say anything. And I just want you to know that you have to find that strength within you to be able to tell somebody, because even one person is better than not telling anybody. And I actually did like a whole entire report on domestic violence for like a speech that I had in my first year of college. And it's really sad to say, but most women will be abused at least 7 times before even reporting it, and by that time they're already dead. And that's like such a scary statistic to know, because it's like, it just like blows my mind that these women feel so alone. And it just makes me so sad, because you know, I have lost people so dear to me because of domestic violence, and it's a really scary real life issue. And if you feel like you're scared and you don't know what to do, please know that there is somebody there for you. And even if you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, I promise you could reach out to me on Facebook, and I swear to you I would message you back, because that's how I am. Like I cannot sit back knowing that somebody is going through something like this and not say anything about it. I mean, so many times I've been on like social media and I've seen posts, and it doesn't even have to be like domestic violence. It could be self-harm, it could be anything like that. And I will personally reach out to somebody and just be like, hey, I know we don't know each other, but if you ever needed somebody, please just know that I'm here, because I can't imagine how hard it is to be alone and not feel like you can tell anybody, you know, what's going on. And to me, that's the scariest thing. It's so scary knowing that you feel like you don't have anybody. And again, like I said, please know that if whoever asked me this question, if you ever feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, my Facebook inbox is always open, and I'm always there to talk. And like I said, I can't explain it enough, guys, because I've lost somebody so close to me because of domestic violence, and it's a true scary thing. Okay, on to the next question. When you guys argue, do you think that it's best that you just walk out or work things out? Okay, so again, this is personal preference. I am the type of person who needs to kind of walk away from the situation for a little bit, breathe, think about what I want to say, just have time to myself to just be like, okay, let's move on. We can talk about this now. Let's be adults, because I'm very stubborn, and I feel that, you know, if it's not my way, then it's not anyway. Like, it should be my way. Why isn't it my way, you know? And that's not obviously the mature way to think about things all the time, but it's like, okay, I have to have time to realize that that's not right, that maybe in this situation I am in the wrong. And in order to do that, I need to step away from the situation and kind of think about things, kind of play them over in my head and be like, okay, I was wrong, how can I fix this, you know? And like, because I know this, because there are people who have to talk about things then and there, and they have to get things out, and it's hard for two people that are different like that to communicate, because like one needs to like have their space and one needs to talk about it right then and there, and you guys are just like, you know? So it totally is based on personal relationships. If you and the person that you're with are able to talk things out right then and there, then do it. If you need space, let that be known. Let them know, hey, I kind of need some space right now. If you want to talk about this, like, please just give me a moment. We'll talk about this when we can, because otherwise you end up saying some things you really don't mean. What if the guy walks out after an argument and won't let you work things out? If the guy walks out of the argument, again, this goes into the same question I just answered, give him that space. Let him have space. Maybe he's the type of person that's like me. Maybe he needs some space and some time to think about everything. What would you wear for the first date? For the first date, okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I always try to wear something that accentuates something that I like. Okay, so for instance, if my, I don't know, if my arms look really toned that day, I'll wear something that's kind of, you know, shows off the arms. Like, oh, and I'm kind of proud of my tattoos, so let me show you all my tattoos, you know? If I'm into like a certain style at the time, and I think that that certain look makes me look, I don't know, better, like it's more fitting and flattering to my body, if it makes my booty look bigger, like obviously I'm gonna wear it. Like, hello. So like my first date with Matthew, he and I went to Cold Stone in downtown Phoenix, and we went to some pizza place in downtown Phoenix. And at the time I was like super into maxi skirts, and I was like, oh, this maxi skirt makes my booty look good, like I'm gonna wear this one. So I mean, it's not like it has to be revealing clothing. It's not like I was like coming up to him all half naked like, oh, look at me, what's up, you know? But it's like, okay, this maxi skirt is flattering, it looks pretty decent, like let's wear it. I did wear a little crop top, you know, and like whatever. I would say just have some confidence in yourself. Whatever it is that you feel that you look good in, wear it, but don't go over the top. Like, I'm not talking like girl walk up in there like you're in the club or anything, you know, just like, I don't know, find something that's comfortable, that's probably casual depending on where the date is, and just make sure you feel good in it. And I guess that's like a huge thing too. You have to make sure you know where you're going. Like if you're going somewhere fancy, you're obviously not going to wear a crop top and jeans, you know, but wear something that you feel comfortable in, and that you're not like constantly like, oh, let me adjust this, I don't like this, and I feel weird, let me like sit like this, you know. You want to make sure that you feel comfortable in it. So whatever makes you feel the most comfortable is going to help you feel the most confident. So there you go. How do you find out how a guy feels about you but you aren't dating yet? Basically, that's just more along the lines of how that guy is. It's how he expresses himself, how the way that he portrays his feelings, you know, whatever. You're not really gonna know unless either you ask like, hey, you know, we've kind of been talking for a little while, like where do you see things going? Like, am I wasting my time here, or something gonna happen, you know? Or you could find somebody who's actually quite open about their feelings. And you know, I don't think you really know, because it just kind of depends on the person. Next question. Do you think that it's right to cheat? I do not think that it's right to cheat. Like I said, I have cheated in the past, and I felt like the lowest scum in the earth. So no, I don't think it's right. You live and you learn, I suppose, right? I'm not saying go do it and be like, oh yeah, it was totally wrong. I'm just saying, like, I did it and I learned, okay, that's not something I want to do. That's not how I want to be. Blah blah blah. Look at my hair is starting to like uncurl from how like humid it is, and I'm not even outside, you guys. Okay, do you think that it's right to give the guy sex or be with the guy again right after a breakup? Okay, so you're saying basically you guys have broken up and then you guys call each other for a little late night booty call, or you're saying, you know, like you guys break up and you guys are caught hanging out somewhere, right? Having sex with somebody that you broke up with is probably not the best idea, because obviously you guys are still gonna have that chemistry and that heat and that connection, and it's probably gonna make you super confused. I don't know, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't. That's just, again, my personal opinion. How do I feel about rebounds? I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think that it's a good idea for you to break up with somebody or to be broken up with and then you go and hook up with somebody else. I just don't. One, because like you're already in like such an emotional state, and then like you're adding more like emptiness, because I feel like hooking up with somebody random just to like get over the fact that you were like just broken up with, or you just broke up or something, makes you feel more empty. I don't think it's a good idea, but I mean, whatever, to each their own. Sometimes people just need a little bit of that action on the side to feel better. I don't know. If a girl had sex with a guy just to keep him around because they broke up and he doesn't love her anymore, do you think that she should just keep doing it or move on? If a girl's having sex with a guy just to keep him around because they broke up but he doesn't love her anymore, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, obviously he's just using you to get what he wants, and it's like, how is that going to make you feel in the end? You know, it's more about the emotional and mental state as opposed to how you feel about, you know, oh, I'm still having sex with him, so obviously like he's gonna get back with me. Like, no, he's gonna get what he wants, and that's that. And it could go either way. Sometimes girls do this too. Like, please don't feel like I'm just being like all like, oh, guys do this and guys do that, you know, because girls do it too. But if he doesn't love you anymore, he doesn't love you. Like, don't push for that. Don't try to like make something happen that's probably never gonna happen. That's basically the only way that I can say it. Don't stoop down to that level where you're just like having sex with him because you're just like, oh, I'm gonna be able to keep him around if I do this, because you're probably not, and you're probably just feeding into like his ego or something. So again, just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, please don't take offense to any of this. And the last question is, how do you say no to an annoying ex wanting you back but in a nice way? I think the nicest way to say it would probably be like, hey, look, we had some good times. Things obviously didn't work out for a reason, and I hope that later on in life you find somebody who makes you happy, but I can't be that person. And you know, you could just be like, I'm sorry, leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. But you could obviously just say something like that. All of this whole video is just my personal opinions and kind of how I feel about things and kind of how I would, I guess, handle situations. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please like it, please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and also check out my beauty channel, which I always post down below. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and until my next video, bye from Louisiana, baby.